Hello, and thank you for joining us today. I'm planning to take palm fronds and make them into guardrails. I'm finishing up the landforms, bridges, tunnels, and what I'm working on is what I call Tunnel Bridge Road. It comes winding around the mountain, and it needs a bridge. I just have a piece of stiff paper in there standing in for a bridge at the moment. So this is actually a shipping container for frozen meals, and it lifts right out, and I can get back here, I can get to my window, go outside, and get to my tracks under there. So that conveniently sits right on top of that shelf and gives the illusion of the tunnel continuing. Generally make a habit of looking around and see if I could find branches or lichens or ferns or things that have blown out that I could use on my layout. And these are just some examples of things I've grabbed over the years. And I'm going to try something different I've never done before. This is a palm frond. It has these long, strong, stringy pieces, and then in between each of the fronds it has like a rib or a backbone. It's very strong. I think I can make a post out of the backbone and the cables out of the stringy pieces and put guardrails on here. So the first thing we want to do is cut the road support foundation pieces and fit them on our paper template. And I'm not using a jig for this, but putting it on wax paper and using Spylene's tacky glue so we can get our foundation support glued together and add a little additional support to it for rigidity, because we're going to have to build this in place. The bridge is going to be cantilevered because of the odd corner that it's in, so it has to be put together, glued, and allowed to dry. Once everything's dried, we can remove it, add a couple more support pieces, and go ahead and lay down the roadway. Just a matter of cutting the pieces to roughly fit, laying them down. I'm going to cut this on the bandsaw so I don't have to be real precise with the edges, and then kind of cover that up with the toe boards around the side of the road, keep cars from driving off the edge of the bridge. And then we can add our railings once we get this bridge built. And the bridge is in place, but the bridge looks pretty good. Mountains don't look so good. Thought I'd do a little painting on the mountains. Now that we have our bridge completed, we can begin building the guardrails, which is a little bit tedious, but actually a very simple process. In my case, I'm actually building two different types of supports. We're going to be drilling tiny little holes in these to run the fibers through with thread pieces, and it's a lot easier to see the holes if they're painted first and then drilled. Because if you painted over them, you'd never find the holes again. Well, our bridge guardrails are glued in place. They're looking pretty good. I'm anxious to see them on the layout. Let's see how it looks. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. If you would, let your friends know about it, leave some comments, and thank you very much. It helps a lot.